Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Fairy Tail collab heroes versus Shemira from a free-to-play or light spender perspective because those are the people who have to make the decision, and I think we have enough evidence up to this point to make that decision if you haven't already. So my overall opinion, and I'm going to come out with it right now, is that Shemira is a must pull for everyone if you have the resources and able to do so. Whereas the Fairy Tail collab heroes are a skip for the light spender and free-to-play players. But there are some exact points I want to talk about with them. And I do want to talk about Lucy because we haven't made a dedicated video for Lucy. But I want to begin with Shemira. So Shemira, the reason she is so important for everyone to have is her performance in Dream Realm. She has been a top damage dealer in multiple bosses, and also she is good in Ravage Realm. And those are really the heroes you're looking to upgrade and invest into on a free-to-play or light spender account so that you can rank higher, get more rewards off of that, and it can keep helping you progress at a faster rate on your account. So the other thing is Shemira is not bad in PvP either, so like she can function in both areas. Out of all the season 3 heroes we've gotten, Shemira has been the top, and Pheromore is like the second. Like, you know, if you had to rank first, second, and then Siren would be number 3. Basically, that is my opinion about it. But the first thing to think about is, do you have any swapping potential to swap into Shemira? Like, for example, if you have your Lorson a bit highly ascended, you can think about swapping him into Shemira. Definitely if you have like a Supreme or Supreme Plus Lorson, I would definitely recommend swapping, because Lorson is a hero which honestly has not seen much use. It's only in AFK stages, some specific comps, and even there you can replace him for some other team lineup and it doesn't really affect you that much. And that is the thing, Lorson is like the weakest S level hero this season. Siren, people are wondering should they swap Siren into Shemira, and honestly I don't recommend that, because I think Siren is also a pretty solid hero, good in PvP, he's good for some AFK stages, and that is a good enough reason to keep him if you have him. However, if you're like really low, like let's say you have no diamonds, you're unable to recruit for Shemira, and you have a Supreme Plus Siren sitting around, I would then swap Siren to Shemira, because Shemira is going to be more helpful for you right now and in the future, and then Siren you can gradually build up on your wish list. I would make that swap, but basically only if you're completely out of resources. If you have enough resources to take Shemira even up to Mythic Plus, that is what I would recommend, because Mythic Plus is when Shemira gets a lot of her power. Plus 10 exclusive equipment of her Mythic Plus, that is going to add additional true damage onto her ghost attacks, and once you get her to Mythic Plus, you can just use Acorns and immediately get her to Supreme, because eventually you're also going to be taking her to Supreme Plus. But Supreme Plus itself doesn't actually apply that valuable of a skill effect for Dream Realm content. Like it's basically not needed, because your heroes are not really going to be dying generally. So yeah, that is the thing about Shemira. She is just like the must-have of this season. You need to try to get her by any means possible. She's gonna help you in Ravage Realm, and the players who do not have her in Ravage Realm, those are really losing out. And even the players who have her, but they are not able to get her plus 10 exclusive equipment, they're missing out on a lot of damage. So those are two really big priorities right now. Like, all of your temporals should be going into Shemira up until she's plus 10 exclusive equipment, and you should also get it to Mythic Plus. And even for early game players, like let's say you've started this game only a month ago, you're missing out on some key hero upgrades. Still, I think you want to take this chance to recruit for Shemira, get it to Mythic Plus at least, and then you can get the remainder of her copies from the wishlist banner to get her to Supreme Plus, because Shemira is really used in a lot of Dream Realm comps. Even in the early game, if you get your Shemira up to Mythic Plus, plus 10 exclusive equipment, that is going to help you in almost all of the Dream Realm bosses, like at an early game standpoint. And then basically you won't have to worry about Dream Realm up until you have all of your top meta heroes built up. So that is the thing. Shemira is just really, really good. She is way better than expected. She's the must pull. No one should be skipping her. And if you need to swap into her, if you're completely out of resources, you can make that swap. And if you have an upgraded Lorson, I would definitely recommend making that swap, because Lorson is not really important, but Shemira is very, very important, and you're just gonna enjoy the game more. She's a good hero, and she's a fan favorite from AFK Arena as well, so it makes sense that she is so strong. But yeah. Okay, now talking about the Fairy Tail collab. Now, why are they a skip? The reason is Natsu is only useful in Ravage Realm up until now. AFK stages in PvP, very, very niche use. Not any even like best teams using him yet. Maybe something can change, but that is the case for right now. Dream Realm, no use of Natsu so far. So that's why why would you want to build him is basically if you're a completionist, and then that would be a mid-spender or above, because for free-to-play life spenders, you have to strategically skip on certain heroes, and this is one skip. The only argument is about, okay, do you want to get one copy of him so that you have the opportunity to build them up in the future? Because even after the collab banner ends, there will be ways of acquiring copies of the hero later on if you own one copy to begin with. Otherwise, you're going to have to use a rental system, and we don't know exactly how that's going to work, and probably from the sounds of it, you'll never actually own that hero who you're renting. Although you can upgrade the progress of it, you'll never actually own it. And so, like, I mean, if I would upgrade the progress of something, I would want to own it in the end. And that's why getting one copy is kind of like the decision a lot of free-to-play and life spenders are going for. And that's what I'm going to be doing on my main account. On this account right here, you see, I'm going to be, even though I have plenty of diamonds, I'm not getting into Supreme Plus. I'm just going to get one copy of him and let it chill unless, and if he becomes really, really powerful next season, well, I have the one copy, I can spend the diamonds and I can upgrade him to wherever we need to take him to. But it will be a higher diamond cost as compared to right now. But it's kind of like a hedging of your bets, right? To have one copy of him right now, because most likely he's not going to be good. And in the odd chance that he is really good, then you can just upgrade him and pay the higher diamond cost. Okay, Lucy, we're going to get her to Mythic Plus for free from the event. And actually, we're going to get exactly the perfect number of soul sigils, 44, to take her exactly up to Mythic Plus if we convert all of her chests into her soul sigil. So first of all, that's what you should do if you're a free-to-play light spender. And then you can just leave her there. I'm not going to be getting any more copies of Lucy. I don't necessarily want to take her to Supreme Plus. Right now, if you think Natsu is not useful, Lucy is even more useless. She's not useful anywhere. She hasn't been good in Ravage Realm. She's, of course, will never have any Dream Realm use because she's like kind of a crowd controller AoE. And in AFK stages, I've never seen her use up until now. Like, Iron just does the crowd control job way better than she does. And then also, these dimensional heroes, they have a limitation. They don't allow you to activate factional synergies. So, like, they're not like a wild card. You need to then, like, basically, you're giving up one spot on your team, and then the other 4 members have to activate the factional synergy, which for seasonal content needs to be 3 of a faction. For, like, other content, regular content, you're going to need, like, a Celestial Hypogean and 2 of a faction, or, for example, 3 of a faction. So that makes it even more like annoying to be running these heroes in your comp, right? The only thing that is possible that could make this somehow overpowered is if they somehow add like a dimensional faction for season talents in the future. I have no idea if this is going to happen, but right now dimensional faction is in a really weird place. So something has to happen to actually make them competitive, because right now you're just basically giving up one slot on the team that you could have been using to activate factional synergies. And that it just feels really bad. So, Lucy, why is Mythic Plus even enough? Like, Supreme Plus is only going to give an attack speed boost to the Aquarius after your energy refills up. And that 80 attack speed boost, it will increase the damage of Aquarius, but that is it. Like, the attack speed is not going to scale off it's not going to, like, help you cycle your cooldowns faster or anything like that. It's just going to be a little bit of extra damage from Aquarius, and, like, if you need multi-hits for some mode, then a little bit of more hits being going off. But right now, there is no mode that needs that, other than Novik Ravage Realm. But, like, again, Lucy is not useful there. Even with all of this, she's not a good option for Sylvan Squad. The other teams are doing way better than her. Yeah, honestly, Lucy is just, like, basically at her maximum potential at Mythic Plus, which everyone's getting for free. So, like, there's no reason to take her beyond that, unless you're going to try to use her in PvP or something. And even, like, right now, she's not good in PvP. She's not good in AFK stages. She's not good in boss content. She is just a hero that you can add to your collection. And everyone will get her to Mythic Plus for free. And that's the thing. I think, in my opinion, now, because of the fact that there's this rental system and I don't want to ever rent, I want to own it in the off chance that I do want to upgrade in the future. That's why I'd say get one copy of Natsu. You can do it from the event. You're from the shop. You're going to get 30 dimensional invite letters, tickets, and you need 40 to get a guaranteed hit on Natsu. So you use those 30 that you get from the event. Then if you don't get lucky, then you do 10 more with your diamonds. That's 3,000 diamonds, and you're done. You get Natsu to one copy. Lucy, you'll get to Mythic Plus just from the event, and then you're done. That is basically the free-to-play life spender perspective. And even if you're a mid to a spender and you want to be really optimal with your resources, that's also the plan. If you're a high spender completionist or a mid spender completionist, then of course you get both the Supreme Plus because you can afford to do that. But honestly, it's not needed. The only thing Natsu, because he's good in Ravage Realm, that does make you have some feeling in your heart. Even me on my main account is like, you know, if I pull them, I could get 2-3 billion higher damage in Router Drum. Should I do it? But honestly, just for that reason, it's not good enough. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. You can share your own opinions and thoughts in the comment section down below. But this is my advice, and this is exactly what I would do as well. Whenever I give advice in these videos, I honestly say it in a way that this is exactly what I would follow in my current mindset, like my current frame of mind in the current state of the game. And it is accurate for the current state of the game. But again, things could change, and I'll make an updated video if that is the case. But as of right now, this is all my opinion on Shemira versus the collab heroes and what people should do depending on the spending level. But thanks for watching. I'll hope to see you in the next video. If you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. Also, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. But thank you for watching. I'll hope to see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.